There was a question over here.
Yes. Are you for third trimester abortions, or are you going to protect the lives of third trimester babies? Because, you know, there's really not a medical necessity for abortion. It's not a medical emergency procedure because typically third trimester abortions take up to 3 days to have. So you would, in that sense, if there was an emergency, the doctors would just do a C-section and you don't have to kill the baby in that essence. So are you for or against third trimester abortions?
So the question is about abortion and reproductive rights. And my answer to you is that should be a decision that the woman makes about her own body. I trust her. So that's my answer. Yes, sir.
So babies should be killed?
Court appointments. How do we deal with the fact that the Supreme Court is being pig? You're a pig.
Because I don't want to kill babies.
Oh, you kill them. You let them live so they can starve to death. You want to take away welfare. You want to take their mother's rights away.
They're already living.
You want to.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central. We're here live to the dread of the globalist, of the communist, of the pedophiles, of the AOCs, the big corporate chiefs, all the control freaks. They can't stand the fact that Americana and the fact that the love of free market and the love of God and country and family is still alive, beating in our breasts, in our hearts, and in our minds. It's harder than it looks to take down the spirit of 1776. Here's Millie Weaver's report, and she'll join us live. She ran into the Lord and Savior, the Anointed One, born to run, the man from the wilderness with his billionaire wife and his father-in-law worth $28 billion funding everything, but he's a man of the people. Why? He rolls up his sleeves. So here's the report on Beto.
Pig! You're a pig.
Because I don't want to kill babies.
Oh, you kill them. You let them live so they can starve to death.
That's a liberal mindset for you. Kill the babies.
Millie Weaver reporting for Infowars.com. We're here in Cleveland where 2020 presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke is scheduled to come speak. Beto O'Rourke has been pretty hush about which policies he supports. Let's go see if we can nail down where he stands.
Thank you for asking the question. There was a question over here.
Yes. Are you for third trimester abortions, or are you going to protect the lives of third trimester babies? Because, you know, there's really not a medical necessity for abortion. It's not a medical emergency procedure because typically third trimester abortions take up to 3 days to have. So you would, in that sense, if there was an emergency, the doctors would just do a C-section and you don't have to kill the baby in that essence. So are you for or against third trimester abortions?
So the question is about abortion and reproductive rights. And my answer to you is that should be a decision that the woman makes about her own body. I trust her. So that's my answer. Yes, sir.
So babies should be killed?
Court appointments. How do we deal with the fact that the Supreme Court is being stacked?
Hit pause real quick. Back this up 15 seconds. It's a powerful headline Millie went with last night because we were talking on the phone and she said, what do you think the headline should be? And I'm like, well, you know, how about Beto O'Rourke endorses third trimester of abortion, gets cheered. But she's like, well, I think the headline ought to be his supporters attack me. And she's probably right, because that's what you're about to hear right now. And again, it's not just crazed leftist here or there. You go anywhere, their religion is killing babies for their own good because the world's going to end in 12 years. AOC said so. Please continue.
So that's my answer. Yes, sir.
So babies should be killed?
Court appointments. How do we deal with the fact that the Supreme Court is being stacked against us? It's great to
So there you have it. Beto O'Rourke supports third trimester abortions. And when I brought up the subject, it certainly stirred up contention amongst his crowd.
Ma'am, I'm going to clear this way.
Don't push me.
Ma'am, I need to clear this out.
Don't push me. I'm just standing here.
Question is about the
I'm
war
asking
on
real
drugs and the
questions.
opioid crisis.
How many unborn babies have you adopted? I'm just curious how many babies you have adopted, you and your family. How many babies have you adopted? How many babies have you adopted? How many babies have you
hit pause
adopted?
again.
Answer.
Years ago when I went out and demonstrated 10 or 15 times at abortion clinics, like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and I've gone a few times since, They run over and they go, how many babies have you adopted? How many babies have you adopted? And then you'll say, well, actually, I've adopted one. And they go, well, it's not a black baby. Nobody wants those black babies is normally the thing. There are more people wanting to adopt each year than there are kids aborted. Did you know that number? And women get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars in many cases to have the baby. But women aren't being told this. Or that their body parts are being sold. Or they're being kept alive and sold. That's now all confirmed. So it's always these same talking points here. Yes, people want these babies. People adopt disabled babies too. But the point is that it's a cult. Continue.
How many babies have you adopted? I haven't killed any. I've not killed any. How many have you adopted? How many have you adopted? Hang on. None. You adopted none. You've adopted none. You've adopted none. You're killing them, but slowly. You're killing them slowly.
Get pause again. The bioethics boards teach that if society's bad and they decide we can kill who we want because we're saving them from a bad future. That's how they dehumanize you, but in a loving, liberal way. So this guy is giving you the exact rundown. We'll talk to Millie in a moment, but understand, if you're a radio listener, you can't see this. She's just sitting there politely being screamed at with spit flying out their mouths at her because she dare approach their God. Let's continue.
Hypocrite.
So kill
Pig. You're a pig.
because I don't want to kill
Hypocrite.
babies.
Oh, you kill them. You let them live so they can starve to death. You want to take away welfare. You want to take their
They're already
mother's
living.
rights away.
They're already living.
You want to
Get
kill
pause
them.
again. Back it up 10 seconds. You could learn an entire PhD off this guy. If you don't have 2.1 kids for every 2 adults, and the left always goes, there isn't such thing as 2.1. Yeah, there are in the millions of people on average. We have a 2.1 replacement rate. That pays for Social Security. It pays for Medicare and Medicaid. It pays for the welfare. In fact, you need a bigger population of like a replacement rate of 3 to really grow a society. But he's saying what Bill Gates taught people years ago. He said, well, if you don't give grandma health care, we can hire 10 teachers. It's that idea that if you don't have services, it creates more money. No, societies that take care of people create economies based on service. So they said, get rid of our industrial base so that we can be a service economy, but really they're just getting rid of the service economy as well. One of the main jobs is nursing homes and taking care of people. No, let's just kill their ass, and then, oh, we'll kill you too. We've got robots to replace you. That's what this is. But this guy listens to NPR, you know it, every day and believes all of it. But the mathematics, the history, all shows he's wrong. But here he is calling a mother of 2, a woman, a smart lady out there asking questions, a pig. Here he is.
You're a pig.
Because I don't want to kill babies.
Oh, you kill them. You let them live so they can starve to death. You want to take away welfare. You want to take their
They're already
mother's
living.
rights away.
They're already living.
You want to kill them, but killing them
already
slowly.
living.
You're killing them slowly, honey.
They're already
You're killing them
living.
slowly. You're killing them slowly. You're a murderess. You're a murderess. When are you going to stop killing babies?
And then pause again. This is the leftist total inversion of reality. This is unedited. Now, first, oh, have you adopted babies? Oh, no, so you're a pig. Now you're starving them. Now you're a murderer. So they're killing the kids, but see, not killing them is murder. That's Satanism. It's an inversion. Continue.
Little pig.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm the pig.
You're a
because I
hypocrite
wanna
and a
protect
liar.
babies.
You're a hypocrite and a liar. You're not
Because I wanna
protecting,
protect
but you don't
babies.
protect children.
They're already alive.
You're uneducated.
The babies are already alive.
You're uneducated. What's your major? What's your major?
So you guys are
And pause
all
again.
okay.
It's all, again, NPR, worthless college degrees. What's your major? You know, we're all gay. We're all cool, you murderer. You're not in the in crowd, you know. What's your major? Let's continue.
You don't. It takes 3 days to perform a third trimester abortion. That's not a medical procedure for an emergency.
From doctors, or are you getting your
Abortion. I'm getting my information from abortionists and from
Then pause again.
OBGYNs. These are doctors.
She's not getting it from InfoWars, you dumb lady. She is InfoWars. Got it? Continue.
Care about my body.
You only care about your body. You don't care about the bodies of unborn babies.
Are you
They're
eating
already
cows?
alive.
I bet you're eating cows, aren't you?
Eating cows. I'm sorry, I don't equate an unborn child's life to a cow.
Hit pause. Hit pause. This is the ultimate cult. Animals are on the same level as humans. So if you're eating cows, you're killing your baby. And they're all like this. Continue.
So you do?
Voters, I'm telling you,
That's crazy. Well, there you have it. Beto O'Rourke just confirmed that he is for third trimester abortions. And inside, his supporters and onlookers applauded the idea of aborting third trimester babies. Hey, Beto! Is the world gonna end in 12 years? Beto, is the world gonna end in 12 years?
Well, I know who I'm a fan of. Her name's Millie Weaver. Millie Weaver was back at work a week after she had her second child. And I told her, take off a couple months. Told her husband, take off a few months, their husband and wife team. And she said, nope, can't stop me. And she's been more prolific since she had her second awesome baby. And if you're a radio listener, you're really missing out on getting to actually see Millie. She's also a very lovely, sweet lady. And you know why the system's attacking women and children and the entire family, because women are the heart of the family and the children are the fruit of the family. And men are supposed to defend the family. And we've advocated our responsibility. And I just noticed, and I'm not trying to shame anybody, we have a lot of great people, but it's our female reporters that are just dominating and slaying it. When you go out and you see all these Hollywood movies, like they say the hero must be a heroine. And then it's always this anti-male deal. No, it's women and men empowering each other. And you've got other big breaking news. We're going to hit the final segment that's so huge. And the promo piece we've got is so staggering, where you and others actually have the proof. You infiltrated the leftist troll farm out there posting racist comments and creating division. I mean, if people get this report coming out, it could blow up the Death Star. Politically, they'll say Jones actually wants to. No, that's a metaphor, folks. I know our viewers and listeners get it, but every time I do that, it's Jones wants to blow up a Death Star. We're not sure where the plastic explosives are. The point is it could bring down their whole house of cards and just show not just the censorship, but the coordinated evil. But Millie, I'm going to say it. You helped get Caitlin Bennett working for InfoWars. You've got a lot of other people you want to get on board, and you're not just female-centric. And that most of the reporters you want to hire are women. That's who's really, I'm not just saying this to like brownie points with women. It's just true, are women. And that's why we need funds to pay for the plane tickets, the cars, the film. People like Caitlin only wanted money to pay her expenses. She's awesome. So it comes down to that. We need people to buy products at InfoWarsStore.com and realize we're swinging for the fences here and we're knocking home runs and grand slams routinely. Folks, there's nowhere where you can go buy products and get great products at the same time fund individuals and organizations that are dead in the crosshairs of the globalists, because we bring the pain to the globalist. It's always clutch time here. And I got to say it, InfoWars is kind of the Tom Brady of news and information. And so we need your prayers. We need your support. We need you to support local stations. That means thank them. That means send them a $100 bill as a tithe every month. Because if your preachers aren't covering the pedophile rings in your town, they're part of it. So yes, please tithe. It's not tax deductible to the Mark of the Beast system. Buy some Super Blue fluoride-free toothpaste. Buy some X2 that's now back in stock by a miracle. We've got it back to good halogen. Buy our great turmeric bodies and all the amazing anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. It's the best turmeric out there. Whatever you do, get free shipping, 50% off right now. The sale's got to end soon. There's a lot of stuff selling out. And thank you for your support. All right, Millie, thanks for holding while I went over your incredible report. Let's get into Beto and how empty-eyed he looked. Then we can play for TV viewers without audio, just the first part where she asked the question. I mean, he is truly a slave, truly a vacant, empty avatar of a dark spider-like force. He's like the spider down the hole that has hit the clown on its finger. This hit-and-run individual, this liar, this guy running caravans in the U.S. But, I mean, there he is looking at you. And, I mean, this is who they've got to offer. Tell us what it was like to actually be there.
Well, you know, Beto puts on this persona that, you know, it's all about Beto, and he has this charismatic vibe about him, kind of similar to Obama. But really, don't be fooled, because he's displaying many of the characteristics of a sociopath. And some of the statements he made when he's a teenager that he recently apologized for, where he envisioned and imagined mowing down children with a car, it gives you a tell that this man is possibly a sociopath, and that's why he acts like this narcissist. I mean, he just wanted to take selfies with everyone, and
they love it. I mean, he's a nobody with a bunch of other nobodies who want to believe they brushed to greatness when it's not a sociopath, Millie. It's psychotic to say you want to kill kids.
Oh, it is. And, that's why I was trying to, because he likes to put on this image that he's all about humanity and he cares about children, and he cares about people. And, that's why I wanted to ask him what his stance was on third trimester abortions to see what his reaction would be. Is he going to stand up for humanity, small children that can't defend themselves in the womb, that are viable? Or is he going to go along and toe that Democrat line, and that line that the globalists want to push for depopulation, which is promoting and pushing third trimester abortions? And without fail, Beto O'Rourke essentially endorsed third trimester abortions. He said he supported it. He said the woman has the right to choose. I trust her. That's what he says. And he was followed by applause and cheering from many of the liberals that were in the crowd there. And this whole women's right to choose, oh, it sounds so innocent, but don't be fooled. And the truth was revealed when these leftists came up to me screaming, acting almost demonically possessed, harassing me, yelling, angry, frothing at the mouth, calling me a pig because, I just asked a question about, abortion and whether he wants to support killing third trimester babies. It really was revealing. One lady even compared the children to cows. She said, "Oh, I bet you eat cows." I'm like, I don't compare.
Well, that's because from a
unborn
leftist,
babies to cows.
From a leftist, we're all animals compared to them. So if you were eating animals, humans are animals. She's telling you what she thinks of you.
It reminds me literally of like Cain and Abel. When Cain, he offered up meat. Or no, Cain was the one who killed his brother and offered up the vegetables, like these vegan vegetarians. And he killed Abel. He killed his brother. So he saw nothing wrong with killing his brother, a human, but he didn't want to kill an animal to offer it up to God. I mean, that's kind of how these vegans think. Most of these vegetarian and vegans that are liberals and leftists, they think, oh, there's nothing wrong with aborting human babies, but, oh, you are evil. You're a murderer.
They're
if you want to
exactly.
eat
They're
meat.
into the power of killing humans. It's a religion.
And you know what's crazy? When he pulled up to this event, Beto pulled up in a minivan. It was like a total PR publicity stunt. They were trying to make him look like this likable, relatable guy. It was at a bar where people could drink beer so that, this hole-in-the-wall bar was going to appeal and establish rapport with people. And of course, it was such a small venue, they had overflow. But that's because he couldn't draw such a large crowd in a place like Ohio, where most people
I'll
don't
just
know
say
about
this.
him.
He has that mentally ill, psychotic, kind of schizophrenic look that Bernie Sanders has. And when you deal with these type of psychotics, all they think is, I'm going to rule. I'm going to run them. I'm supposed to be in charge. And, of course, you now hear his quotes. I'm born to be president. I will run things now. He's even worse than Obama, where all he was a state rep and couldn't even stay in that. Not like he was a state senator, then a senator, then president. He's just, I'm Beto. I now am your leader.
Beto has been trying to avoid coming out and revealing his policies and his stance on certain issues that are controversial, because he's sticking to the more friendly ones, like, oh, legalizing marijuana, opinions that are more moderate. He's staying away from these touchy subjects because he doesn't want to scare people away. And most people don't know what his stances are on these policies. So that's why
I just don't know how people don't see that he's clearly a horrible, criminal, evil demon. Not just a hit and run guy that worships killing children or, eats dirt. That's in the news. There is no one more empty, no one more absolutely husk-like than Beto O'Rourke and maybe AOC. And they signify the vapid emptiness of the millennial voter who is in a leftist cult in echo chambers believing they've arrived. These are the kids that either wanted to be class president or were class president, and then now high school and college is over, and they want to make the whole world this place where they say what's cool, they say what's not, they censor, they control, and they just create these grand falloons, these things that don't matter. That's a Kurt Vonnegut term, that they then celebrate. And AOC and Beto O'Rourke I don't respect him, so I never say his name right. People keep saying, you know, his name's Beto or Beto or whatever it is, to the point you don't know, right? Because he's a joke. It's not his name. They just do that to patronize Hispanics. I'm sick of it. Oh, my name's Alejandro. Give me a break. He's a predator. Period. But Millie Weaver's doing a great job. She and others just infiltrated these leftist troll farms that go out and pose as racist conservatives. This is coming out in the near future. It's a production of newswars.com. We're very proud of that. We'll have the full investigative reports posted to NewsWars when these break in the next 48 hours. That's coming up next segment. But please don't forget, when you get the fluoride-free toothpaste, when you get the great Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, when you get the Wake Up America coffee, when you get our great protein bars, when you get our great colloidal silver, when you get our great sleep aid knockout, and all the other amazing products, the T-shirts, the books, the films, at InfoWarsStore.com. When you sign up for auto ships, you don't forget each month or every 2 months, every 3, you can click every 15 days to get the product again, every month, every 2 months, up to 6 months. They have little boxes. Cancel anytime for free. You get an additional 10% off, and then that way you always get the toothpaste or the coffee or the protein bars or the type of things you're going to want to reorder. And it's those staples that then you just know you're funding the InfoWar. You know you're doing your part in a big way that goes so far to block all the globalist lawsuits and to block all their attacks and to expand and to metastasize in a good way and to get more reporters and be more hardcore and to not give up. But you are the oxygen and the guts and the blood of this operation and the eyes and the ears. And we make it so easy, ladies and gentlemen. So shop at InfoWarsStore.com today, whether it's shortwave radios you want or knives or survival gear or great supplements like Brain Force or Turbo Force, they're all there. But we're going to run this special throughout the month. 50% off, store-wide free shipping, double Patriot points. But a few things are going to have to get pulled, like the protein bars and Turbo Forces are about to sell out. And then I guess the next thing we're getting close to is the fish oil. We have it for adults. It's the highest rated, the cleanest, the best. And for the kids, it doesn't give you a little bit of burpees. And then the wild harvested salmon from the fjords of Northern Europe, it doesn't give you burpees. The krill is the highest rated, strongest, best for you out there. But it gives you fish burps. I'm not going to lie to anybody. You try to buy the denatured stuff, it isn't effective. They have to cook it so it doesn't have the fish taste. Your brain's made of this stuff. Your arteries are made of it. It's talk about energy. It's krill oil is the best there is. And we have ultimate krill oil. But I'm going to tell you, it's not been pasteurized. It's not been boiled. It's had the mercury removed, and that's it. It's raw concentrate. And it's all about to sell out, 50% off. But Honor Roll is amazing as well. It's a spectrum of fish oils for your children. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. All right, back to Millie. Millie, I've been ranting, I've been raving. I'm trying to shut up to give you the floor. So you're in the midst of these monsters. Beto supporters demonically attack female reporter verbally. I think that's really what happened here. Continue on and then give us a prelude to what's coming up next segment with your great infiltration.
Okay, so after, the screaming and the harassment happened inside of the event, I walked outside and there were still crowds of these attendees that were going to this Beto event. Now, before the event, some of the attendees said they didn't even know what Beto's policies were, and that's why they were coming to hear him out, because Beto's been so hush about his policies because he doesn't want to scare away people with some of his more extreme, far-left progressive policies. So once the cat was out of the bag with these, third trimester abortion policies he wants to push, it actually stirred up contention amongst the people attending. Some people were attacking me, and then other people jumped out and started defending life, defending these unborn babies. And it actually stirred up fighting and contention amongst the attendees. And it showed that this subject, third trimester abortions, has the potential to actually split the Democratic base, because the moderate Democrats actually don't want third trimester abortions. A Gallup poll came out and it revealed that only 13% of Americans are for third trimester abortions. So that's why this video is so important. And many of you guys out there really should be spreading the links to this content. You can find my video, Millennial Millie on YouTube, or Millie Weaver on Facebook, or Millie_Weaver on Twitter. But these videos need to be out there. They need to be shared. People need to expose Beto O'Rourke for his progressive, extreme ideals of wanting to abort completely viable babies, that you could just do a C-section and remove them safely from the mother in the womb and give them a chance at life. Yeah, some of them, they might not make it, but you can at least give them, life resuscitation and life support to help them to live. So please go ahead and share those videos.
We're living in incredibly historic times. No one can deny it. World government's out in the open. They're creating animal-human hybrid clones, and it's in the back of the newspaper. There's open attacks on the family. A convicted child rapist are brought in with no background checks to teach 3-year-old children in Houston public facilities how to engage in sexual activities. Ladies and gentlemen, humanity itself is under siege. It's being scientifically deployed to demoralize us, to dumb us down, to poison us, to confuse us. The bad news is it's highly organized and focused. The good news is it's so compartmentalized, there's only a few thousand globalist corporate fascists that actually are part of the program, that if we just awaken the general masses, and we awaken those right below the technocrats, many of the functionaries, we can blow their system politically out of the water. But right now they're pushing more than ever to preemptively silence all speech that's not corporate. Just today, I randomly turned on CNN and Brian Stelter was talking about how evil free speech is and how we have to ban it for everybody but CNN. Then I got in the car and turned on NPR. They were attacking me, lying about InfoWars, and saying that we need to be shut down and silenced. That's just today when I randomly turned on the television to work out and got in my car to drive to the studio. That's because they're scared of you, they're scared of me, they're scared of this huge awakening. That's why now more than ever, when you spread the articles from newswars.com and infowars.com, when you spread those videos, when you tell your friends, your neighbors, your family about their verboten broadcast, you literally break the back of the globalists politically, metaphysically, and spiritually. So keep taking action, and I salute you, but don't let them silence you.